Hello you guys, this is Elias with Softly, and in this video we are going to export metabox custom fields to an XML file using WP All Export. Now guys, to get started, we're going to select a post type from here, from this pull down, but you can also use WP query if that's something you want. If maybe you need more flexibility or whatever, just use WP query. You have post type queries, user queries, and comment queries. But again, we're just gonna select that from here, and today we have this one called restaurants, and the WP export says we have 1200 restaurants to be exported. Now if we go here to the post type, you can see that this number is correct. So let's go back here, and guys, in today's video we have a very common situation where we don't actually need all of the restaurants, right? We only need some of them. And let me open one of these real quick. We have these simple text fields, and here in the details tab we have this field which is a metabox choice field. Now this is a rating, and in the rating we have labels and values. Now the labels are what you see here, which are the stars, but the actual values are 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So what we're gonna do here is add some filtering options. So I'm gonna open this, and I'm gonna select my element, which is gonna be rating. So it should be around here, right? But you can also just type that in, rating. Now for the rule, I'm gonna say equal or greater than 4, and then I'm gonna add this rule, and just like that, you can see that we no longer have 1200 restaurants. Now we have 606. Now, these 606 restaurants are those which rating is either 4 or greater than 4, which is 5, right? Now, these are the best restaurants because in this export, we're not going to focus on the crappy restaurants. Now, just a disclaimer, guys, all of the names of this video, all of the restaurants in this video are fake restaurants generated only for the purposes of this video. So if you maybe see some restaurant that you know, don't worry about it. It's not that restaurant, right? Now, now that we have cleared that up, let's just build our custom file, right? I'm gonna click here on this button, and this is green in the WP All Export template, so you can preview. And the first thing you will see is this spreadsheet-like layout, right? Because by default, the export type is set up to be CSV. Now you can change that to Excel right here in the spreadsheet type, but we're gonna choose feed and go with the simple XML feed. Now, if you notice, nothing here changed, but if we preview, this structure is no longer like a spreadsheet. It's now an XML structure. Now, you can also choose the custom XML feed, and this is for when you need something more crazy, where you need more flexibility and you need to add some data and whatnot. So this is for that. And this is more advanced, guys, and we do have other videos and great documentation on how to handle this. But in this video, we're just going to focus on this simple XML field, right? Now, let me preview again. So you can see we have ID, title, and content. And I don't want the ID, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Preview again, and it's gone. Now the title, I don't want it to be called title. I want this to be called restaurant name. It's good. That's good. Save, and there you go. Right, the restaurant's name. Now the content is going to be called description, and save, and preview again, and that's it. Now guys, remember we came here to export metabox field, so they are here in the right panel. And as you can see, we have two kinds of elements. We have this one in black letters and these other ones in green letters. Now the black letter one is the field group, and all of the green ones are the actual fields. So if you want to drag and drop the map address, you will see it here, right? It's pretty cool. So let's start dragging and dropping some other stuff here, like city, state, neighborhood, and preview again, and you will see your fields right here. Now I'm gonna drag and drop the opening and closing times, and these two are time picker fields. Let me show you right here in the actual restaurant. All of these are simple text. So if you open those fields, map address, you will see there is really not much going on here, right? But if you open the opening time, you will see we have something different here, right? We can change the time format that WPL export returns, because by default, we have this format, right? Which is very boring. Maybe we can change this to something more readable. So we're going to use PHP values to tell WPL export which format we want. So I'm going to type in G and A, preview again, and right, that's more like it. Now I'm going to change the closing time to G and A, save, preview, and pretty cool, right? Now we're going to do the same with the open scenes field, because I don't want this default date format. I want something more readable. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to type in D, F, J, and Y, save, preview, and there you go. All right, so let's keep dragging and dropping some stuff here. We have the rating, and guys, this has a label and a value, and this is the value, and right here, it's the label, right? And if you want to export the actual label, you can use a PHP function and just work with the metabox documentation to know how to target that and return that actual label as the value returned here. But into this video, we're not gonna do that. But what we can do here, that I think it's gonna be better, is just add some static data here to make it look like 5 stars, 4 stars, and whatnot. So let me open rating here. I'm gonna select custom export field, and I'm gonna call this rating, and I'm gonna drag and drop my rating here, and I'm gonna type in stars, save, preview again, and there you go. That's more like it, right? If you open a different restaurant, you will see that it's working for each and every one of these restaurants. So that's pretty cool. Now let's keep dragging and dropping some stuff here. The cuisine, the dress code, the executive chef, the phone number, website, all of these are simple text fields, so they're very straightforward. You can open any of them, and there is just not much going on. Right, then the price range and average price are pretty much the same situation. And then we have here the gallery. Now, as for the gallery, by default, guys, when some element has multiple values, so let's go here to the media tab, and you can see this image advanced field in metabox, which has multiple values, which means multiple images. Now, these images are going to be returned here, separated with a pipe, right, by default. Now, you can change that with a PHP function if that's something you want, but you can also click here and change the return format to maybe the media ID. So you can export just the IDs, right? Pretty cool. Or maybe you want to export only the file names. You can do that too. And there you go. Now guys, like I said before, if you want to maybe change the separator, you can do it. So in fact, let's actually do it. Let's create a function so we can change those pipes, which are the current separator, with, say, a comma, right? So I'm going to type in a function, and I'm going to call this function replace pipes. And here is data, and I'm going to return str replace, and I'm going to look for our pipes, and I'm going to change those pipes with a comma and a space in the data element, and close this up, save our function, copy the name, export the value returned by a PHP function. We need to enable this, paste the name of our function here, and that's it, right? If you want to know more, just be sure to check out the other videos in our channel and our website at wplimport.com right here, and you will find here under the advanced topics, you will find custom PHP functions, and know more about how to run them in WP Export. We even have a bunch of them right here in the developer section, code snippets. And here is the table of contents where, I don't know guys, we have a bunch of scenarios for imports, for exports and whatnot. So if you need something that maybe you don't find an option for here in WP Export, chances are you will need a PHP function. And again, chances are we already have it right here in the code snippets section. If not, you can always maybe check out with ChatGPT, right? And just say like, okay, ChatGPT, I need to do this and that as a PHP function. I'm using WP Export and whatnot, and ChatGPT should be able to help you out with that. If not, you can always contact our support team, and maybe we can give you a hand, or maybe just point you in the right direction, you know. But yeah, for now, let's just save this and preview again, and there you go. We have changed our pipes with a comma and a space, right? So that's very easy, guys. Now, this is a very simple example of what you can do with a PHP function in WP Export, but you can do all sorts of crazy stuff, like, I don't know, maybe calling an API and returning a value from that external API right here, or maybe extracting data from a custom database table, or doing some operations or whatnot. There is really no limit to what you can do here with some PHP knowledge and WP Export. For now, guys, I believe we're ready. We just need to add these reviews, which is a clonable group. So you have here the parent element, which is reviews, and all of these elements are the clone groups. And inside of that clone groups, you will find each and every one of the fields inside that group. So if you go here to reviews, you will see customer name, comments, and ratings. And this is the clonable group, which repeats as many times as needed, right? So if you want to know more about this, you can check out that in the metabox documentation page. And for now, let's just roll with this. I believe we're ready here, but I don't know, maybe you want to move around some of this stuff. I don't know, perhaps putting here the opening and closing times, and maybe the rating should be here. And perhaps the price range, that's important too, right? Just order this at whatever format you want, whatever order you want, and that's it. Now let's scroll down a little bit and continue. And right here, it says our export is pretty much ready, so we can just confirm and run this. But if we wanted to schedule our export and maybe run this automatically, I don't know guys, say Monday through Friday, right? Just select those days here. And this is automatic scheduling service. And again, this is a service, so this is a paid service, which is a subscription. And you need to subscribe to this if you want to use this very simple tool. Just select the days you want to run this export on, select some hours in which you want to run this export on, and that's it. Or automatic scheduling service will take care of it for you. Now guys, if you don't want to subscribe, you can use cron jobs, which are free. They're just a little bit more complex, maybe technical, I guess is a right word. But we have great documentation on how to use them, so be sure to check it out if this is something that interests you. But in this video, we're not going to use these options. I'm going to close that up. And all of these options are pretty much self-explanatory, so if you read them, you will know what they do. Just hover on the question marks if you have some questions, and you should be pretty much ready to go. Now, we're going to confirm and run this, and just give it a few seconds because this will be fairly quick because we don't have that much data. So, yep, that's it. Now guys, here we have three options, three panels, I guess, three tabs. The first one is the download one, where you can download your XML, or you can download a bundle, which is basically a zip file containing all of your export data with some settings to be used with WPL import. This is a great tool for migrating content. Here is also the secure URL. You can generate that, copy and share it with anyone. And whoever opens this in their browser will get the latest copy of the export file, right? So it's pretty cool. And then we have here the schedule panel again, in case you want to revisit this. And lastly, we have the external apps tab. Now guys, this external labs tab is Zapier. So if you want to connect WP Export with Zapier, just click on this link and you will be taken here to the Zapier's integration page with WP Export, where you can connect WP Export with over 6,000 apps. Now guys, we have a great video here explaining how to do that, so be sure to check that out if this is something that interests you. And if not, just download your XML file and open it to make sure it looks good, which in this case it is. Now we have here the restaurant's name, description, rating, average price, price range, open scenes, closing times, and all of the other fields we set up with the right settings. So this is looking really nice, guys, and this is the actual data we wanted. So there you have it. That's it. That's how you export metabox custom fields to an XML using WP All Export. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you want to know more about how to import or export other kinds of data, like maybe you're using ACF to handle your custom fields, or maybe you're using WooCommerce to handle your store, well, you can import and export all of that data using WP All Export and import that with WP Import too. So be sure to check out the other videos in our channel and check out our website at wpallimport.com. For now, thank you for watching and see you next time.